Okay, so here we are back again with River Valley Farm. We've had a few snags here. One being that my new seal is the input shaft seal rather than the downshaft seal. Now, upon close inspection, there's nothing wrong with this old seal other than we took it out, so nothing to be concerned with there. This little wiper dust protector, whatever you want to call it, right here is a little torn, but it'll be all right. So what we're going to do is take some RTV silicone and put a little drop of it on the outside edge of the seal, like so, and then just smear it around the outside of the seal. And reinstall the seal. This silicone not only will help seal the outside edge of the seal where there might be any damage, but it also makes it easier to install. As you can see, I'm just pushing that in there with my thumbs. Basically, we're not quite seated yet, so we'll take a socket. Ooh, not that big. About like so. And just press it a little bit until it appears to be bottomed out all the way around. Might have to tap it some. Alright, so seal's home. That's good. Now, one thing that I'm going to do, just because this is in fact a used seal now, is I'm going to put some grease in this bearing. Which will help seal the oil. And this is 90 weight gear oil too, by the way, so it's pretty thick stuff, but that'll help too. The grease will actually help the seal to work better, which will make life easier for everybody in the end. And then wipe the excess dirt off of this thing and apply a fairly liberal amount of silicone to the seal flange. Like so. Take a little bit of grease and put it on the seal lip itself, just for good measure, so it'll slide on easier. And put it on. Now, got to get in my bag of bolts here. Alright, so we've got our seal plate on. It's good now. We got new bolts and lock washers for the seal plate. We're going to go a step farther though and actually put some Loctite on the bolts. The theory behind that is they vibrated loose once, they might do it again. So all we do is just have blue Loctite here, because that should be sufficient. The red stuff is way better, way better, but I'm hopeful that we will not have any issues once we bolt this gearbox down properly. As you can tell by looking at the seal flange here itself, that yeah, it was vibrating for quite a while. Alright, so now we'll tighten up these bolts. Take them down incrementally, a little bit on each side, a little bit at a time, couple turns, whatever works out. That is to keep it even while you're going together with it though. Okay, now we want these bolts to be as tight as we can get them, so here we go. Or I should say, as tight as we can get them without messing anything up. That's the important part. Don't mess it up while you're doing it. Alright then, so there is that. Now, the mounting bolts, I don't know if they were original or what, but they used a nylon insert lock nut. I don't like nylon insert lock nuts for anything that stands to vibrate or get hot because they will loosen up and fall off. I prefer the Stover nut type on just about everything. They work better. They lock better. They don't come undone once you put them on. Once you take them off, you got to throw them away though, because then you lose your assurance that it'll stay tight. So anyway, as I said, I'm going to put some grease on here just so we don't have to have a fight with splitting wedges and a big hammer to get this loose, to get the stump jumper off the thing again, and then get this mounted and put the thing back together the rest of the way. Alright, so here we are. We've got our gearbox mounted up under here. As you can see, we've got her all bolted down nice and neat and tight. Excuse me, I didn't have an impact, and that's one problem with the this style of lock nut, is they go on really tight, but that's a good sign because that means they don't come loose. Anyway, now I'm going to get some grease on this shaft. We'll get our stump jumper back on and get the nut back on it. So yeah, give me a minute. Alright, so we've got our stump jumper on and new cotter key installed there. So next step is to put oil in this thing, which is not a real big deal, but I'll show you anyway. Alright guys, so now like I showed you already, we've already put grease in that bottom bearing. Well, we're just going to go ahead and put 10 more shots, 20 more shots, something like that, into the gearbox here. And again, this is just to help with that seal that we had to reuse so we could get this thing back to work. I expect that this winter I'll probably just rebuild this gearbox. There was some metal on top of the stump jumper that wouldn't normally be there. Again, just 80W90 gear oil, nothing special. Oh, I guess by the way, fill plug, check plug right there. And that is full. When it runs out, it's full. So there we go. That's kind of nice since it's such a small gearbox. It doesn't even hold a quart of oil. Not a big deal. If it does hold more than a quart of oil, I have a 5-gallon bucket of that stuff. But if it holds less than a quart, that's just that much less oil I gotta buy, right? Alright, so now I've got our plugs back in, obviously. Next thing is going to be getting it down off the blocks I put it up on so I could get it under it better. And then we'll fire it up and make sure it sounds alright, basically. Alright, so here we are, we're ready to test this thing out. I'm going to go put the PTO in gear on the tractor. We'll take it up to full speed and see what it sounds like. Okay, let's disengage this PTO. Let's go turn off the gas on this tractor. So yeah, everything seems to check out. Well, I'm still not overly happy with the tractor or the bush hog. At least it'll run again. all I got left to do now is just drop this thing back down to where it might actually cut something, which is accomplished with this deal here. And after that, we should be good to go. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. Like I said, one of these days we're going to actually farm some, and it might be today. I'm going to do some work on my Cub and sickle bar mower and take it out and see what it'll do. So anyway, we'll get back to you later.